Trundle for sure was the pickup in their series, Cloud9 series versus Team Liquid actually. So it seems like that's the consistent idea, is when Zhao goes in, he doesn't have an exit strategy. You can win the longer drawn out fight. So now you have decent poke there from the Varus, has the ultimate too, so you can still play back and kite. So C9 making it very clear that they have a decent kite back comp in their first 2 picks.
Also very different already for Stixxay, actually, especially if Ryze gets stolen away here. But Jhin, you know, going to kind of take the 2v2 a little bit more aggressively, not going to the Aphelios, not looking to scale for those team fights. And we'll see if this Ryze does get locked in here. I would bet Golden Guardians will be happy to flex this champion, but it is going to be Tahm Kench instead.
What Cloud9 could do here is just respond with a Nautilus. They may not have had the Thresh, but you still have follow-up from the Trundle pillar that is very similar to the Thresh that came to the game prior. It's going to be a Braum. Actually, this is just a full all-in on the disengage.
Yeah. Interesting. Again, like, not the Cloud9 we necessarily think of when we think of Cloud9, right? Known for their extremely aggressive early games, being consistent in getting leads and kind of hanging with them, or just outfighting you mechanically when the game does get bogged down for them and they do fall behind. But this is, like, again, very safe disengage style.
It's generally, I mean, harder to execute styles like these because it comes down to team fights, keeping disciplined on not over chasing because you don't have necessarily the tools to do that. I mean, in this case, if they're just obviously winning the fight, they can just chase him down with Trundle pillar, fine. But generally speaking, it's hard to keep him down. But now it's, in my opinion, harder for Golden Guardians to play this one out. You have Zhao and Tahm Kench. They can be kited out very easily. And with how well Cloud9 were playing previous game, I think they need a different tool. Golden Guardians definitely need a better way to dive through the Trundle Braum to get onto a Varus and a mid lane pick from Cloud9.
So curious what Golden Guardians want to do for their last ban there. It is going to be LeBlanc again alongside Gwen, Bard Rakan on the Cloud9 side, taking picks away from Chime. This does leave Ryze open though, most notably, and can't think of a reason why Perkz wouldn't want to take it here.
Yeah. I mean, perhaps Golden Guardians can go back towards what worked last game. Sylas is a potential pick. Anything that can work in a 2v2 that make this a gank lane for Zhao. I was thinking general AD mids here, like the Lucian or the Tristana, but the concern is that you just have so much AD in your comp already. With Zhin, with Jhin. Don't want it to be another double AD carry comp into what is a really good kite back from Cloud9, so it's going to be an Orianna instead.
Yeah, nice and simple there. AblazeOlive, definitely when he was kind of first coming through Academy, right? And years ago now at this point, he was a very big control mage player, right? That kind of only played Orianna and Azir like a lot of players, I think, when they initially make their competitive forays. So knows his way around this pick, certainly. Going to be tough up against Perkz and Blaber, especially with the Ryze. But it looks like Chime going to fall back to Rell, so not the best laner, but very, very good engage.
Yeah, definitely difficult in lane to ever go on top of Braum. And so he really isn't incentivized. The spot lane is just going to be pretty safe, but it does empower what Golden Guardians needed, which is a dive opportunity. And so Orianna comes through. She can throw the ball on towards Zhao, makes a pick possible, and then now a Rell makes it even easier to have those big team fight combos. So Golden Guardians now shoring up their team fighting to make it easier for them to dive. C9, on the other hand, just have such great range around the melee options of Zhao, Tahm Kench, and the Rell. I just favor the C9 draft a lot more here. Viego is not going to be able to do much. I actually just think it's going to be a safe lane. He's just going to probably just try and go neutral versus the Tahm Kench, but offers now a great way to dive into anyone that gets, I say Rell, right? Rell has to be the one that engages forward, so she puts herself in a really risky situation, and if, hey, Cloud9 wants to focus fire her.
This kind of safer, more mid-centric style, give Vulcan a lot of room to maneuver, you know, Blaber not on Olaf. He's trying to looking pretty good after that game.
Double Trundle here from Blaber, and it's always I mean, it's a different look for sure in comparison to the regular season. He's been on playmakers like Diana, Viego pretty consistently, so this is a pretty big change. But they've had time to reflect on the previous series. Going in for a level 1, I wonder where they're going to be placing the ward. There's not much, I wouldn't say that there's too much value in splitting the map, so this actually is a pretty good ward at catching the timer in which Iconic is crossing towards topside. So if they see him go towards his wolf cap, maybe they can pressure for a top steal on blue. I just want to see what they can do with this information.
All right, well, if you've ever wanted to know the intricacies of Tahm Kench versus Viego in a lane we will not be seeing on camera, you can watch it actually for free. That's good.
True.
But we're not going there, I promise.
You will literally not miss the action. You just have double monitors. There's still people out there living with one monitor.
I don't know how that's possible.
That's tragic.
You got a phone. Just turn that on.
Okay, maybe not. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I feel like if I have a phone, that's always turning off. It's going into sleep mode.
Just put the preview on the phone. It's fine.
Not fine.
It's like it's though it's your other monitor.
I see. Actually, I've never done that on my phone.
What?
Yeah, I've never done it on my phone. Always had a laptop near.
Sometimes there's so much esports Raz, you got to turn on every screen in your house. Okay.
True. LPL's going into the playoffs.
Exactly.
They got their own pro view happening on their streams. You need 7 monitors to catch.
Oh, we're here. How did this happen?
Here we are.
See how Fudge does here up against Licorice.
And both, I mean, it's Trundle that's actually pathing towards topside. Meanwhile, Zhao is doing quite the opposite. So this should be a slower game in terms of Iconic and Blaber not really being able to meet. And I don't expect Licorice to be in a position that's gankable. I mean, he's going to be the one that wants to push in wave, stack 3 and then base, not be in a position where he's getting ganked and killed, or even just losing his flash to Blaber. So that's something to look forward to.
Well, as you can see on your screen, Masterminds does in fact return tomorrow. Kobe, Golden Glue, and some more special guests are putting their 5 heads together to make the magic happen with some wall synergy. Very excited to see what they come up with.
Did you catch that?
Been one champion.
I think you caught that.
Oh, the what?
No, the Trundle going in behind him.
Oh, Blaber, what a gank, level 3 Trundle. Right as we drew it up, Blaber, there's the pillar after the flash, but the rest of the squad's here. And Chime and Iconic are going to reinforce in time.
No, the squad was just chilling there. From our vantage point, we didn't see if, if Orianna caught Blaber going into his jungle. I saw a ping go down, so that's possibly what it was. Just catching slight vision there from Blaber. Great from Chime and Iconic to immediately be there for him. Otherwise, that's a long way back to your turret.
Well, AblazeOlive losing the flash. Going to sting a little, but should be A-okay. Trying to get the wave managed into a slightly better position, but Perkz is, he's chilling. Blaber's coming back, though, not so chill. He's going to take that crab, though, you see on your screen first. But we'll see just how much attention there is to this mid lane. Last game, there was a ton, with Vulcan especially getting involved. You have to think both teams are going to look to respond to that by basically 3v3ing mid for as long as the series will go. Yeah,
and the way the junglers have cleared, Blaber is going to be positioning himself topside. Maybe could look for a play around Dragon when it does spawn, but for Iconic, I mean, he's positioned himself where now that he's gotten Scuttle Crab outside, they're able to place a ward into the banana bush towards the lane, so it's giving Stixxay and Chime a lot of freedom. Nice damage.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't get the flash, but I do like the attempt from Iconic. Gonna have to cover for AblazeOlive anyway, who's actually running low enough on mana, although it does chug a biscuit, eat a biscuit, I guess, can't really drink one unless you blend it. So AblazeOlive will be able to stick in the lane for a little bit longer, but Iconic, didn't cost him very much to go for that, but unfortunately didn't get much other than a bit of damage on Perkz.
Yeah, he got that timer simply because he needed to go to Grump at some point. Grump literally spawning now, so he didn't lose too much time on it, as you had already said. And now, through his pathing here, I wonder if they can make a play on Vulcan and Zven. If they can, it lines up perfectly with the Dragon coming up here. Just depends on what Blaber's overall strategy here. He won't be able to start Dragon. He will get seen here. Oh, it's a gank setup.
Yeah, first TP for Perkz. AblazeOlive gonna have to go home and TP back in. But Perkz is hunting, trying to cancel this recall. This is really nice from Perkz, actually. Not gonna spot him. Doesn't get the Q. I like the attempt, though. Just pick a random spot. Try to see if you can cancel that.
There it is, and he was able to hold the wave tier too.
Oh, that's brutal.
AblazeOlive definitely needs to TP back into the lane here. He got good coverage from Iconic initially. So he did, and he was also leaning towards him, so that really helped him out there. In this case, I mean, Blaber does need to farm his camps. Chime getting damaged up here, but at least he had his escape.
Yeah, that's the kind of TP where as soon as I see that, I look instantly to see where the jungler is. Because Blaber would instantly spring on that chance if you got it. Again, AblazeOlive doesn't have flash after Blaber's first gank at level 3, but it does look like mid lane will reset comfortably. So no one's going to get in trouble, which is good. Don't want to get in trouble in the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's always my concern. I know in the TL versus C9 series, Perkz was actually the victim to that very strategy. Now he's actually luring him towards Blaber.
Oh, Iconic's found him though now. Blaber going to be the target. Iconic with the damage, Blaber knocked up, and first blood just goes to the Trundle, man, as Vulcan once again has found the timing, and Perkz is going to make it too.
So close. Blaber hit that one kill, got Triumph, and he was not in danger again. Another great timing from Vulcan to be here. Another one, it looks like Licorice in time.
Good follow-up CC. Perkz going to get stunned up forever, and Stixxay swoops in to trade one back.
Creative gank there from Licorice. Actually didn't even see him coming in as he just hopped over the wall at a timer in which Chime was going to be there. So great response, honestly. But Vulcan started that one out perfectly. Was already moving towards the mid lane. The vision there was covering him perfectly, so there was no idea that Vulcan was making this happen. Otherwise, Golden Guardians would not choose this fight. Blaber, them going on Blaber is the right decision, and he was just so low. But once he gets that first kill, yes. Triumph proc comes through, and he's not in danger.
Yeah, Trundle passive as well. Guardian was the difference maker there, it looked like, for Vulcan. So once again, the great timing, but Licorice, kind of a Rek'Sai style gank there with the Tahm Kench.
Yep.
What's up, Perkz alongside Chime and Stixxay.
That's the one thing I love Rell and her design, is that you have to now think creatively about the combos she has. That was when Rell Nocturne came through. I was like, all right, yeah, AD carries hate that. Moment you're on top of you got to be able to flash instantly. Even then, you will still get it frame perfect, the Rell stun. So in this case, Perkz felt the damage on that one. Golden Guardians now doubling their efforts through mid healing. I don't think they were seen.
AblazeOlive does have the ulti, so plenty of setup again alongside that Rell. Also seen the Frog Waves, Tahm Kench plus Orianna.
True.
Pretty fun one if you can get it going.
If we can get a second one, we can officially call it a thing.
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah.
it was amazing that Huni was able to get it off. That was fantastic from TSM. If we can make it consistent, that revolutionizes the game.
That's true. For now, it is just a blip on the radar as Iconic, looking for level 6, going to go ahead and donate that blue. As AblazeOlive wanders over to get it. And bottom side will check in. It is Zven once again up in CS. 10 the lead so far as Cloud9 are going to start this dragon.
Yeah, and they had a really good stacking wave. Even if Stixxay is able to farm this one perfectly, it just gives them a lot of room to get this dragon now. So that's going to be the first dragon of the game here for Cloud9. And they've been the one that have been pressuring Golden Guardians. And that's, for me, been the topic for the full year. That Cloud9 has just been inconsistent. We know what they can do, just haven't been coming through. Looking like they want to contest this, but this one should go down.
Viego coming in. Riftel gonna die. Iconic's gonna get it, but does he get out safely? 3v4 right now. Pillar again is gonna land it there. Devour available for Licorice. Pops it onto the Zin. And now Licorice gonna have to get away, but Iconic pops the ulti. Chime's here. And that Pillar unfortunately cuts off the rest of Cloud9 as they're trying to get Perkz. They get the interrupt. The shockwave is good, and AblazeOlive is gonna take down Perkz.
Chime peered on a peripheral, saw Perkz alone there. He could have flashed out. Didn't want to use it, of course. That would have impacted him for some time. But nice pickup there from Golden Guardians. Overall, that was Cloud9 being confident that they can take that pick, but Chime being able to make the roam from the bot side of the map made that, took that into their favor. So that's one kill, Rift Herald 2. I want to see what Golden Guardians can do with it.
All right, well, FTX gold advantage was almost 1,000, now cut down in half for Cloud9. Only 500 up. Again, it's been a very close back and forth here for the first 9 minutes or so. The Golden Guardians are stopping that snowball. Is that first dragon over for Cloud9, but that was eventually traded for the Herald play we just saw. So we'll see if Iconic can get that gold. 1v1 in the bottom side becoming a lot more common these days, Raz. As Stixxay is popping off with a bit of speed off the fleet footwork. But Zven going to get away from there.
Yeah, AD carries are the real solo laners here.
That's what happened. That's the game now.
It is what it is, guys. Cloud9 took some crucial intel from the previous series. So it's just what it is. And honestly, I actually just want to see Iconic use that Rift Herald bot lane. Just because it's easier to take the full turret if the enemy team is not reacting well enough to it. Like if Ryze is locked mid lane, he doesn't have TP here just yet, so you can make use of that opportunity. And even if you aren't able to get the full turret, it gives you an opportunity to invade, look into the blue side jungle, things like that. You can get quite a bit off of that and make use of the support.
I feel like it's becoming a very commonplace thing here for the FTX Gold Graph. It is Perkz and AblazeOlive once again battling for the top of the table. Perkz ahead once more on the rise, but AblazeOlive not too far behind. It is a little bit more than just the mid laners, though, of course. It's more the activity they attract to their lane.
Yeah.
As Blaber and Iconic have found each other. Blaber there with the challenging smite, challenging Iconic to a duel. Iconic doesn't want it, flashes out of the way. Blaber follows him, and that's a solo kill in the jungle. As now Blaber's going to roam back around. Oh, what a tag out of Vulcan.
No.
Stixxay just going to get shredded. He's ignited. And Blaber's ignoring him. They know they can kill Stixxay at their leisure. Perkz going to move in for an easy one. And Blaber sets up 2 different kills. One for himself and one for the mid lane.
Just straight staring at Iconic saying, what are you doing, man? I have red buff. Press the attack. He's going to take that 1v1 on 100% of the time. Blaber just huge play straight through mid. And honestly, I know what Iconic was trying to do. He had the Rift Herald, and if he wanted to be able to make use of it through bot lane or mid lane, he needed to clear out the vision that Cloud9 had basically just monopolized in this side of the map. So he needed some help here. Orianna was trying to clear the wave. Blaber said, I don't give a damn. Right on top of his head, Goomba stomped him with the flash. And at that point, your bot lane is now isolated. We didn't get to see why Stixxay was so low, but from that point forward, I mean, if you're just isolated, Vulcan can do the rest.
I actually like what Blaber did there. It's just maybe going for the 3rd kill in case try and makes a mistake, but Perkz was on the way. Easy cleanup there. I don't even know what spell he threw because Stixxay had so little health that whatever he threw just instantly killed him. I didn't see a particle.
Yeah.
But easy kick up there for Perkz, so we're happy with that 2nd kill. As Cloud9 continuing to find themselves further ahead. Iconic going to drop the Herald mid. At least some plates will go to AblazeOlive, but they do have to crawl back this early game deficit.
Yeah, pretty decent timing here, but Vulcan is here just to defend the rest. So yeah, it's not going to turn into a turret, just free gold as you had said. Dragon's going to be coming up, so the Rift Herald usage is actually not even given priority through mid lane. Cloud9's actually here first for that, so Cloud9 is going to be in a decent position. They already have the vision here, just going to solidify it even further. I wonder what Golden Guardians are going to want to do because they do not want to give second Dragon over to C9 after the last game.
Yeah, Blaber has a Divine Sunder already, so I don't think anyone's interested in fighting the Trundle right now. Cloud9 should feel pretty confident of their hold around this Dragon. Iconic, oh, it just keeps happening, man. The Shockwave out. It's a 2v3, but the ulti out of Iconic could be a step too far. It is indeed as Chime finds a shutdown. And now Perkz is in the mix, but it's not enough. There is Vulcan getting low, but Zven finds a snipe on a Chime. It's Licorice too late on the TK to try and make it happen, but from downtown, it is Stixxay looking for the last bullet, just barely missing that one. On the top right of the screen, Vulcan will survive, and Golden Guardians will take the trade.
But Cloud9 still won strategically. Even with their jungler down, they can take this Dragon, or at least force a fight around it. I wonder if that's going to be their decision here. But yeah, I mean, they went too far. In the end, they had advantage in terms of like the gold. Mythic was completed from Blaber and Fudge, if Fudge wanted to be a part of the play, and he was. Meanwhile, Stixxay was actually in a really difficult position. Had full components, but didn't have his Gale Force just yet. Was able to purchase it now. So if Cloud9 wanted to fight, that was going to be the moment. And I mean, the execution just wasn't there.
All right, well, the Dragon's still up, but I imagine Cloud9 are going to fall back down there.
We back.
At their leisure. Oh, it just keeps happening. People keep going into choke points, and Trundle keeps shutting them off as Blaber's not going to go ahead and start up the Dragon. This pillar ability is pretty good, Raz.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, in the previous game, he was literally canceling, slicing dice from the Renekton, pinning them to walls. Like, it was on point. So that's one thing for sure that Blaber's been providing. And another thing that the supporting players, I mean, I was talking about Blaber before, Vulcan here, always being there to support either Zven on mid lane wave or Perkz consistently in the early game.
I like that it's Zven specifically on the mid lane wave.
Yes.
Because you know he has not been there for the bottom lane waves in the 2v2.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Zven's, been missing his buddy. Now they're grouped up here in mid lane. Golden Guardians are trying to find something here. It's Chime ready with the angle, flashes in. There's the ulti magnet storm popped, and that's a very good look too for the stun as AblazeOlive takes down Zven and make it double as AblazeOlive will take out Vulcan as well.
That combo is hard to react to, and Zven did not have flash there. They already knew the flash timers. They knew that was going to be easy, so great combination. Chime goes in, AblazeOlive with the ultimate, so now they're able to get mid lane turret, and Rift Herald's going to be Golden Guardians. What a huge shift in the game.
Yeah, they get the first tower gold. They're going to get the second Rift Herald and get even more gold for it. Chime setting it up very nicely there with the rest of Golden Guardians, and Cloud9 were not ready for the speed of that play. It is Perkz on vision.
It's going to be a tough way to get out of here.
No ulti for AblazeOlive, but forced to flash regardless. Chime getting summoners left, right, and center as he takes one out on the top side of the map, and the Herald does indeed get finished up as Iconic grabs the eye.
It's definitely been the best look from Chime this season. He came in summer, so he came in pretty abruptly for the team and had a lot of room to grow. And I think right now it's been coming in, at least in this game, very successfully.
Licorice there in the back line. It's the ulti setup from Stixxay. The attempt, but ulti from Vulcan is going to disengage. As you said, in Champ Select Raz, very good disengage in this comp for Cloud9. So watch this one again. Just straight in there for Rell.
Yeah, no summoners here. So in the end, I mean, if you're just going to get hit, Orianna ball is going to be easy to just respond with right on top of you. And then also they delayed with Rell stun just in case to live longer than the Ori ultimate. So kills going in towards AblazeOlive. He's 3-1-1 at this point. He's pretty large. So I would expect all plays to go through that Orianna if they want to play through next Dragon, play through the lane that Orianna's on, and I feel like they'll be able to challenge those fights.
Alrighty, well, AblazeOlive on top, feeling pretty good, but is going to have to carry this mid game, right? And it's definitely a player that Golden Guardians likes to play around, that they're comfy playing around, whether it is, you know, mid Callisto or something as standard as the Orianna. Definitely feeling pretty good about their position, but AblazeOlive is going to have to be on point, and Cloud9 are not going to make this mid game easy. Yeah,
and I will say this for Golden Guardians, the most instrumental thing is them getting flashes before a major fight. Able to get one off of Zven. And then topside, when Perkz was in a pretty disrespectful position, they got flash off of him for free now. So before a next fight were to happen, they're definitely calling Perkz' name. So it's always a repeatable play if you're going into the fight without sums. And with everyone is sums up except for Perkz, imagine that to be the call here for Golden Guardians.
All right, well, third Dragon up in 1 minute and 36 seconds. Cloud9 are on track for a pretty quick soul, so you have to think attention will be given to that side of the map, especially with no Heralds available. Golden Guardians gotten both this game. Still the eye there for Iconic in inventory, so perhaps look for a drop somewhere in the top side. AblazeOlive actually getting it set up, but don't want to wander too far away from the incoming Dragon because Golden Guardians should be picking a 5v5 there.
Yeah. Oh, where are we going?
AblazeOlive, hello! You have a whole neighborhood worth of friends, and that's a good shockwave there. AblazeOlive going to disengage 4 people on Cloud9 trying to gank him.
I think that works actually quite well for Cloud9. If they can double back and solidify the division that they have there, it's not going to be the case. Golden Guardians are just making a run for the wards. Then Orianna wouldn't have ulti for the fight. So that would be the positive, but it's not going to be the case. Late base there from Zven. 46 seconds. If they would have to fight for this, it would have to be on this incoming wave. I want to see if that's going to be the case for Cloud9.
Also a pretty big inflection point here in general. We talked about the Dragon coming up 30 seconds. Herald drop bottom side as Golden Guardians are going to try and get that gold back close to the even. Licorice with the Abyssal Dive is going to zone off Fudge, and that is going to give them the kill. They're going for it, actually. It's 4v1 there in the bottom side of the map as Fudge is being assaulted, but Perkz busy splitting in the top side as a result.
That's going to be 2 waves being lost from Golden Guardians. TP is still there from Perkz, so they can make the call to still take this fight, but they would have to walk into the Golden Guardians' vision to do it. They're going to try and play off this wave, but honestly, I don't think they should play too much with their luck. Cloud9 has a 1K gold lead. It would just be the first Dragon of Golden Guardians. You've already gotten a pretty large sum of gold into Perkz' pockets. I still think that this is a pretty nice win here from Cloud9 overall.
And with this Dragon being taken, if Golden Guardians can finish it,
we're going for it.
Here, Golden Guardians are not leaving enough people around. The Dragon gets stolen by Blaber. Iconic misses his flash. Straight into the wall goes the forehead, and Blaber says, thanks for the leash.
He's out there bleeding. Iconic fail flashing the wall there. And Blaber just coming in with the smite over Iconic, huge. That puts them at soul point now, Cloud9. They didn't give up a damn thing for what they were doing.
And bottom side here, Licorice gonna get it going on to Fudge. Vulcan here, but so is Blaber. Here's Chime. Stun. Oh, almost had another new Tahm Kench combo TP down as well there for GG. Licorice there with a thick skin. Magnustorm pop finds 2. Viego ulti buffering through. Licorice flashing out of there. And Cloud9 still fighting away. It's Golden Guardian trying to make something happen. Fudge finally will be felled. It's Blaber dead as well as Golden Guardians will keep fighting.
Great TP there from AblazeOlive. They knew if Cloud9 were taking a scrap, that it would be with 3 members. And so he comes in with the response. Very close. That reset comes through from Fudge, and he's able to regenerate that HP, a reset on his ulti as well, all of those things. Cloud9 takes that win. So it was really close, but Golden Guardians still keeping themselves in the game, almost even now. that being said, they still have to fight for this next dragon, knowing that it's sole point here from Cloud9.
And what I was going to say before the dragon got stolen was that once Golden Guardians take this dragon, we are basically in the same spot as last game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this ain't the same game, and this is why.
He saw Licorice, he was moving out, got tagged by Braum, Q, and Ulti. So at that point, he's completely isolated in the pit and slowed down from Varus E, Trundle pillar. He was like, I need to get the hell out of here.
Tragedy.
So really rough position for them to be in.
Ooh.
And it's a Baron situation for C9.
All right, Stixxay. 1, 2, just poking. Saving the last one for Baron. Ooh, I like it, I love it. Still someone blocking, so it was okay. But the Baron does go over as a result. Licorice now on the backline. Vulcan going to be the target. But Fudge deletes one. Takes over the Tahm catch. Dives onto Iconic. No, he goes to the backline instead. It's Chime that he wants as Fudge is trying to make it happen. A 3-man shock out of AblazeOlive. Looks good, but Zven is the one to find the second kill. And Cloud9 getting exits as they exit the Baron. They just get everything.
Yeah, the Danish sniper and Zven just straight cutting Iconic down. Really close. I was buying what we were seeing from Fudge on that dive there, and Licorice didn't even get the opportunity to really use that great health. Gets bursted way too quickly. He wanted to get the max value off of that one or something, but yeah, Cloud9 were on top of it. We were just coming off a replay, so we didn't know if it was because of, you know, Golden Guardians being off the map for a long time or something like that. Maybe it was something catered towards the tempo, but that's a huge win for C9 now.
All right, well, 2 minutes for the Red Bull Baron buff. See what Cloud9 can get done with the power play. As I'll watch this one again. This is how it happened. Ooh, a very sneaky realm up there for Perkz.
Just one member. The rest of them are just walking.
This is one way to tell your team to do Baron.
Yeah, they must have
just solo Ryze ulti in there.
Must have caught vision of Jhin bot side. Orianna also on a late base. Same with Rell. They were never going to be here on time. So they were definitely caught sleeping when C9 had full vision here.
Really nice there for Cloud9, and then this looks good, right, on the kick off this fight. That looks worse, and then now it kind of falls to pieces.
Yeah, and Chime and Stixxay were sitting on top of each other, so Fudge just goes straight in as we're in a pause.
So for everyone wondering at home, apparently, we're investigating, Zven was claiming a cannon creep did not do damage to a turret. Making sure that happened correctly.
Well, that'd be a problem.
What the answer was, I don't know.
No.
But I mean, you know, they've got, did do damage. Okay, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
His eyes betrayed him.
There we have it.
It happens, especially get older, real tough. I mean, Baron up cannons, you got to count those autos. They need to do the damage.
True.
You're trying to take towers out here.
That'd be a problem if minions ain't doing damage to turrets. Glad that was settled.
Yeah, maybe off the back of the support conversation, we can look at the true MVPs of competitive leagues since day one. It's the minions, Raz.
They've only gotten stronger. Literally more and more gold has been packed in the canyon.
That's why we had to take Banner Command away. We gave them too much power.
Yeah, we got a problem on that one. It's causing straight depression on the Rift when someone misses a cannon creep.
It's true. Whole salary just goes down the drain.
Can't do it. Got a problem.
Alrighty, back in the game. Iconic taking down the crab. 30 seconds till the Dragon Soul's available. That came around quickly. Baron both wearing off around the same time, so both teams should be ready in position to start off the fight, but it is the top lane trouble as Perkz is split pushing up against the Tahm Kench, and you just can't do anything. Licorice just losing the 1v1. The tower's losing the 1v1. Jhin's trying to find the W. Nothing's happening. Stixxay's rotating over. Is he going to die there? Ooh, here we go. Swapping over. Devour not there. Ooh, Gale Force in. Stixxay trying to make it happen.
He's too quick.
And now Realm Warp going to get him out. Ooh, guess? Nah, too far away. Guess the right direction, but Perkz already out of there, and the Dragon Soul's the real issue now.
Yeah, and that was the one gambit that Golden Guards went for, and now they need to try and find a steal here.
Oh, the pillar, it's brutal. Iconic just forever left in the brush. To wonder what would have happened. It is Ocean Soul over Iconic getting in there. What a combo! Too clean, and the shockwave as Iconic sets it up. Wind becomes lightning, and kills do not come through. That feels bad, man. It's 2 flashes and a heal, and everyone gets out.
Damn. That's really rough. And the play that you made here, sure, on the back half of Soul being picked up, just doesn't work. And the turret is so low.
He didn't leave?
He's just chilling. This is straight Jizuke mode.
Perkz, man, Perkz is around when the Ryze rework first happened. And Soul's on his item was pretty good. For everyone that remembers, Licorice does dive out of there. Ultied up by Trundle, but he's going to be A-okay, but not feeling all that happy. Attacked in the side lanes. Perkz is like playing PvE all game.
He played that expertly. I don't know if he just got flashback, but it's I would make the gambit and say that he had flash the whole time. But I mean, he dodged Jhin, Stixxay, throwing out his W. He didn't even know that the rotation was made from Jhin, because if Jin's rotating there, then that's just a free as hell soul. Who would expect that? But yeah, he was not concerned at all. It made it impossible for Golden Guardians to fight for that one. So even though Golden Guardians were on the objective first, C9 still had Baron, can still power through mid lane, wave pretty easily. So I can understand why Golden Guardians wanted to concede that initially, but this is bad position now.
Yeah, this is rough. FTX gold advantage up to almost 4K for Cloud9. Plot the soul on top of that. And the fact that Perkz has now finished a death cap. Gonna make your campaign in this game too very tricky on the Golden Guardian side.
Feels real bad.
The Wizard has ascended to max level.
True. I mean, the turrets are going to be feeling it the most, but this is tough. And Licorice has been on the duty trying to match him on side lane, and it just cannot do it. So let's see if they're making a play here. Where is he going?
Perkz, hello? Stixxay is the target?
Just making sure.
Space checks a trap, gets himself rooted, doesn't matter. Ulti out from Vulcan, who's caught in the front lines. Unbreakable up though, Q tags Stixxay. AblazeOlive low as Zven has been finding the poke.
Trying to make it clear that that was just Vulcan and Zven alone. As Blaber and Perkz went towards the bot side to clear out wards, they're just saying, okay, how much damage can we do? Because the fight's literally not starting here.
Oh, Perkz, he's waiting in the brush. Licorice is taking the correct rotation safely back towards the base, but Fudge already getting the wave pushed in. Now it's a 1v2 as you transition down, and Licorice is okay. No minions, so no pressure there, but Perkz is very threatening. Level 16 on the Ryze right now. 3 items done, including the death cap. No Everfrost this time. It's looted. Oh, goodness. Chime, where'd your health go? Doesn't lose the rest of it, but 1 Q was all he needed from Perkz there on the end of it.
It just goes to show just how much control Cloud9 have here. They can just go straight from bot to mid lane wave. If they're syncing it up, it makes it so hard for Golden Guardians to keep up. They got to take the long way around every time, and if you ever try and contest that ward like they did just then, Chime gets the brunt of it.
Well, it's pointed out before, Licorice is the one matching, but unfortunately for him, he has the, you know, renowned anti-mage item, Thornmail.
True.
Not the best.
Man needs magic resist stat.
Doesn't have enough gold. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And you know, again, just tack everything else on there. Perhaps it is the Elder Dragon look. The Infinity Edge is done. That's good for Stixxay. 3 items now. Can maybe start to chug through some of these health bars. Not the tankiest champions on the Cloud9 side, but not the worst either, as Perkz is continuing to wreak havoc on the local wildlife.
In general, I've loved the draft here from Cloud9, 2 games running now, because exactly what we thought. Sure, you're building Thornmail, Brambles initially, because you're going up against Fudge. The Viego makes sense, but they can easily swap the matchup, and that's been the case here. Full control here from Golden Guardians. They might just try it, but they do catch the ward out. Good decision to use your red trinket here.
Well,
they're going to start it anyways.
I think it's a turn angle. Chime here in the bush, waiting for somebody, but he's getting swept out by Blaber. Perkz also on the pincer there on the top half of your screen. Licorice TP's in. Now they commit, but C9 are just closing the trap around the Baron pit.
Yeah, they're completely surrounded here. This is a better position from
C9. That ult was so good. Zven plus the pillar, iconic. Forced to ult early. And Perkz is just waiting. Look at the patience. The Ludens maybe kill somebody there. Stray spells going everywhere there as Gale Force on the Perkz is going to force the flash, but Cloud9, now they have control of the Baron. The team fight looks to be theirs. Magnet Storm popped. Chime in the back lines, but it's not enough. He dies, and now Licorice being chased away by Perkz. AblazeOlive gets destroyed by his Q, and Fudge has found the angle over the back with Perkz. Realm warps over, that's 3. 1 more left there as Perkz finds a double. AblazeOlive, the only Golden Guardian left alive in this game too. And that's going to be it. If it doesn't end now, it's going to end soon. Cloud9 have taken over this second game.
Another Bud Light ace there from Cloud9. The positioning was damn good from C9. I mean, Perkz waiting patiently up top side when they finally commit to just trapping him. Full C9 follow through, and I mean, that's just an easy fight from that point forward. The wave's there too, 13 seconds from Iconic. They can actually end here. These are pretty long death timers outside of Iconic. They're going to try for it.
Yeah, going to make a run for it. Might as well. Perkz already got the wave pushed in. He'll join the squad now. Next turret number 1 is dead. Next turret number 2 under threat. Iconic here alongside Chime. But there's just not much they can do. Chime going to be forced back, and the Nexus is exposed. Cloud9 gonna take a kill, take him out, and take the second game here. It's 2-0 in a short moment as Licorice getting himself caught up and possessed by Fudge. His soul is there. Stixxay will flash, and Cloud9 will grab that Nexus. 2-0 up now in the series.
What a dominant series here so far from Cloud9. That game was looking close. Golden Guardians had it early. Chime was playing well, forcing flashes on key targets. And then C9 just flips the switch. And it's been mostly off of Perkz on side lane.
Oh, yeah.
Perkz
Such a problem.
Yep. Can't deal with him. Licorice tried, couldn't deal with him. And then from that point forward, he was always in a flank spot. And so like when that Baron starts, what are you going to do? You really can't commit to it. They're not even going to try to 50-50. You're taking way too much damage. That was the problem there from Iconic, because he was taking a lot of damage from Baron. And then on top of that, Zven had full stacks of his passive on you and is chilling, waiting for your ulti to go down so he can just snipe you.
Look at this ult, by the way, with the pillar. Iconic's just like completely wedged in here.
Oh, man. And so that's why Zven was just chilling. He probably had his empowered Q.
Whee!
And so, of course, like, Iconic had it up for too long. But from that point, he doesn't want to fight. He's at like 20% HP.
And Perkz gets attacked. Golden Guardians have to try and find something. But the rest of Cloud9 just get in there.
Yep, fully commit. Chime is the easiest target there. And Licorice is so far up that he is guaranteed dead if this is the last fight from Golden Guardians. So it's fights like these that show you what it looks like to be at the top. And Cloud9, we've seen this in Spring Split. That's what got them that championship. It's what got Blaber as MVP of the split. The fans have just been begging to see this team back. And I think the road is there. I would like to remind the fans who've been either Cloud9 haters or whatnot, right? That when TSM won that championship, they didn't look good the first run. The first best of 5 they lost. And the second one, even though they won, looked bad. They ramped up. And I feel like Cloud9 needs that ramp up, and we're seeing that right now.
Yep, 2-0 looking like they're playing themselves into form. But before we jump into our break, we, alongside Rocket, wanted to thank you for hanging out with us all